Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for quarter final number 3 in the Euros. I know you're all looking forward to later on or looking at the chat, maybe a little bit nervous, but we've got to focus for the time being on quarter final number 3. It is the Czech Republic versus Denmark, and this is the half of the draw that our boys are in. And were England to win later on, they would be playing either the Czech Republic or the Danes, who have, let's be frank, on both accounts, done very well to be here and performed nicely, both with a smattering of very good players and some organisation and some good performances. And one of them's going to be in the semi-final. We know that. We're about to find out who. Let me know that you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly. We'll do some shout-outs before we start the broadcast properly. Of course, we will have a look at the team news first. Get your thoughts on that, and then we'll get some predictions. We are 13 minutes away from kickoff. And of course, this game's going to get completely derailed when the England team news comes out. But we are focused in, and I'm going to try and save some energy and not get too overboard. But you know what I'm like. If it's a good game, I'll get suckered right into it, won't I? Anyway, teams. Over to SofaScore for the teams. For the Czechs, it's the familiar 4-2-3-1 system and a lot of familiar players, frankly. We have seen that back 4, back 5, goalkeeper, etc., double pivot. Most of the team, the only thing that's really changed during the tournament is in the number 10 position, have been nice and consistent, the Czechs, under Jaroslav Šilhavý. In goal, Vašlik. The back 4, we are familiar with Soufal of West Ham and Kalas of Bristol City. They're at right back and left centre back. Cheluska of Sparta Prague, and Borrell, I don't believe he started the last game, did he? Of Slavia Prague is the back 4. Nice double pivot ahead. Obviously, CZECH, we're familiar with from West Ham. Holles, who was on the score sheet, wasn't in the last game, of Slavia Prague. Masopust down the right-hand side, another Slavia Prague player. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 Slavia Prague players starting this quarter-final. Ševčík down the left is another. Barak is in the number 10 position. He plays for Verona. We have seen a couple of different number 10s. The reader, I think, was the captain, so I guess he would be the first choice, but not around. And up top, how good has he been? Patrick Schick. They've got a goal scorer. And you know, in tournament football, if you keep it tight, you need a goal scorer. They've got one. Schick's been superb, the Leverkusen forward, and has 4 goals for the tournament. And with Ronaldo and Lukaku both now done, has he got a chance if he can get another couple of games? Hopefully no more, if you know what I'm saying. Another couple of games, he could get another couple of goals. On the bench for the Czechs, Kubek, Mandos, Brabek, Zimmer. There is the reader. He is on the bench. Yankto, who we've seen a fair bit of, and Krell, Pesek, Kadarabek, Kremenchik, Pekar, and Vidra of Burnley, the remaining English-based player. Let me know what you think of that Czech team. Well organised, good bit of quality, good down that right-hand side. Look out for Soufal and Masopust. And obviously they have a goal scorer, don't they? Let me know who your ones to watch for the Czechs are. And we will have a look at the Danish team, who have, having lost their first 2 games in particularly emotional fashion, the first one as well, come back very, very nicely, haven't they? In goal, Kasper Schmeichel, who we know all about from Leicester. The back 3, another 2 Premier League players there. Christensen of Chelsea, Vestergaard of Southampton, and the very composed Kjær of Milan. across the back. Striger is the right wing back of Udinese. Mala of Atalanta, one of our guys from Atalanta, is the left wing back. Højbjerg and Delaney, I think, have been really good in central midfield. Højbjerg, especially of Spurs, Delaney of Dortmund. And up top, well, they probably wouldn't have thought they would be going with these three at this point, with obviously the horrible events with Christian Eriksen earlier in the tournament. You'd think Poulsen would have been in there as well. But it is Damsgaard of Sampdoria and Braithwaite of Barca with Dolberg of Nice. Dolberg played well against the Welsh, didn't he? And he scored twice in that one, I think he did. So the front three is firing for the Danes. Let me know what you think of that Danish team. Kasper Hjulmand is the manager. Here's the bench. Lossell, Ronau, Andersen, Zanka, Vass, Jensen, Norgard, Olsen, Skov, Cornelius. Poulsen is on the bench now, and Vind make up the bench. So I want to know, who are your ones to watch? What do you think of that Danish team? And I need your predictions. How do you see this one going? Yesterday, Switzerland took Spain to penalties and the Spaniards went through, and in a real fine tournament knockout match, the Italians beat the Belgians. The Belgians are home. So if we bring up our brackets, we'll get your comments in just a sec, guys. If we bring up our brackets, that is the size of it now. Italy have got past Austria and Belgium. They are in the semis. Spain have got past Croatia and Switzerland. They are in the semis. We know one of those places in the final will be taken by Italy or Spain. And what a good one that is set up to be. This side of the draw, the Danes got past the Welsh. The Czechs got past the Netherlands with a red card maybe affecting that game in some way, shape or form. They will match up against Ukraine or England, who, of course, play at 8 p.m. We will be here for that. And I'm pretty sure from about 6:30, 6:40 time, we're going to be hearing all about the team news for England, of course. Right. So we get to your comments, say some hellos. Both these nations have won the Euros more than England have. Yes, they have indeed. And the Danes, does 1992 count as recently? We've got some predictions in here. Joshua, Denmark 2-1. Capscow, Denmark 2-0. Peanuts, 2-2 penalties. You know my feelings on penalty shootouts in the 5 p.m. game. I've got to get myself amped up for the 8 p.m. game. Charlie agrees with that one, actually. Czech, Denmark, something, 2, some bacon, I think. Czech, 0. Selling England by the pound. Isn't that a Genesis album? We're in Baku, by the way. Bjorn Keepers of Netherlands is the referee. John, I believe, John, you've just signed up on Patreon. So you a big thank you. Thank you for your support. It's very, very kind. A coin flip. Both sides equally efficient. Denmark have that extra bit of quality. Callas, the only EFL player in the tournament. Yes, we did have Kaminski of Blackburn arrive for Belgium, but he's gone. So we do now have Callas as the only de facto EFL player. Can he get through to the semis? Radio Floyd, welcome. Denmark 1-0. Paddy, Denmark 2-1. You guys are quite heavily behind the Danes here. Football Live, Denmark 2-1. Bits, welcome. Mr. E, no guarantee England get through, but if they do, I prefer to play the Czechs. Yeah, I'm not at that point of even letting my mind go there yet, but we will go there soon. Annie, welcome. Always good to see you. Thank you, John. Right. The Danes are just doing their national anthem. And we are about to get going in this one. It is our third quarter final. So let me just bring the brackets up one more time. We have seen the Belgians losing out to the Italians, the Spanish beating the Swiss. Those two are through, Italy and Spain. And we make up the bottom of the draw tonight as we go to the Czech national anthem. Give you predictions coming in. Matt, Denmark to snatch it in extra time. I'm not wanting extra time, Matt. No extra time for me, please. Done and dusted in 90 so we can all calm, have a bit of a break before the England game. But there we go. Jay, watching from China. I think we all wish the England game was first, don't we? Welcome from China. Jay, hope you're all good and well. Leeds 2021. He's changed his profile picture. That's very nerdish that I know that. 1-0 Denmark. He says, we have barely had a prediction. There we go. There's one from Dave. I was going to say, we have barely had a prediction for the Czechs to win. But Dave's gone for them 1-0. They proved us wrong throughout the tournament. The Czechs weren't, haven't they? There's a bit of a sense in England's group, in Group D, that both England and the Scots thought that they could perhaps beat the Czechs and would come unstuck maybe against the Croats. But England did manage to beat the Czechs, but the Croats didn't, and the Scots didn't either. So certainly haven't been the make up the numbers team that we thought they perhaps might be. Capscow Czechs are very well organised. I think Danes will have too much quality. Denmark 3-1, says Ewan in the chat there. Let's have one more little flick through the teams here. Vaslik in goal for the Czechs. Soufal, Jaluska, Kalas, the lone EFL player now we've had pointed out, Borrell, Souček, Holles, Masopust, Sevcik, Barak, and Schick. Keep your eye on him. I'm sure all Scotland fans would back me on that one. Schmeichel in goal for the Danes. Christensen, Kerr, Vestergaard. The wing-backs are Striger and Mahler. Højbjerg and Delaney in a juicy central midfield there. Damsgaard and Braithwaite either side of Kasper Dolberg up top. We are in Baku, and it looks as though we are ready to go. I think the Welsh played in this stadium, didn't they? Welcome, Amanda. 3-2 Denmark, says she. Any other predictions in the chat before we get going? I think you guys in the main have been behind the Danes, expecting the Danes to get the win here. I think I predicted the Danes too in my predictions. Jay says 1-3. I'm guessing that's, the Danes are the away team. 1-0 to the Czechs, says Jay. David, 2-0 the Danes. 1-0 Denmark from Leeds 2021. 2-1 Denmark. And Jay, 2-1 Czechs. Harry, 2-1 Czech Republic. Won't be surprised if it goes to extra time. I won't be pleased if it goes to extra time. Surely we've had enough. Do you know what they should do with extra time? Right. This is my silly idea of the day. There should be a finite number of games that can go to extra time. And once we've run out of those, the remaining games have to go straight to penalties. Yeah? Right? And then if you want to watch all the tournament, then you're not completely eyes on stalks. But there we go. Bits, the Czechs by 2. Could Kasper Schmeichel join his dad, Peter, in winning the Euros? Joined his dad, Peter, in winning the Premier League. We have kicked off in Baku. It is Czech Republic versus Denmark. Let's rack that up as 0-0. I'll get you a timestamp as soon as I can. We'll try and do it after 1 minute as Schmeichel comes to the edge of his box and clears. And hopefully we can all get lined up and watch the action unfold and all be commenting at the same time. So we're going to be at 1 minute. I'll count you down 3, 2, 1 for the 1 minute mark. 3, 2, 1, sink. And we've got an injury early on. Mahler, the left wing back, has gone down. Bring back golden goal. Did golden goal work for anybody? That would be unfair on those who would. Yeah, I don't care though, Jay. I'm being completely selfish and just thinking of myself, hey? 2-0 to the Danes, says Daryl. Marla, the wing-back, is back up again. Went 50-50 in the air with CZECH, who is huge, and bounced off him. Hopefully, he's good to go. We don't want to see any more injuries, thank you. I know it's been a long season, a long tournament. Bit heartbreaking seeing old Spinazzola going out of the tournament in the way he did last night. We assume we won't see him again. But lots of muscle injuries now. These guys have played a hell of a lot of football, haven't they? Denmark have the ball at the back with Christensen. It's not back to Schmeichel. It's been a non-event of a first 2 minutes. The ball hasn't really gone anywhere. We had a stoppage. And Schmeichel pings it out to Marla, who looks okay now at left wing-back. Kjær knocks it long and diagonal. Striger, the right wing-back, was high up, tries to win it in the air. Turned over and a nice fierce tackle in there early. I think the whistle had already gone. I think it's going to be a restart to the Danes. Or is it Striger have handed it back? No, it was a foul on Striger. So slid through and easily won back by the Czechs. Borrell knocks it forward. CZECH plays it out to his West Ham, or tries to. I think he only got as far as Callis. It's knocked off by Schick. Here's Masopus, knocks it inside to Patrick Schick. Left corner of the box. First attack of the game. Nice switch of play by Schick. Borrell arriving on the back post. Going to fall to Soufal on the left foot. Hits the shot. Blocked. Cleared by the Danes. First attack in this one going to the Czechs. Schick looking lively. Fullbacks forward. Wingers tucked in. Czechs doing what the Czechs have been doing all tournament. Here is Vestergaard. Knocks that out to Christensen, who scored that beaut of a long ranger, didn't he, in the big win? Who was that over? Russia, wasn't it? Easy from Sheluska. Bit too easy there. I thought he'd won the goal kick. It's going to be a corner, though, to the Danes. What happened there? Dolberg seemed very convinced. Yeah, just hits his knee on the way through. Corner. Nice. Thank you, Daryl. Who's the daddy, hey? Me, hopefully soon. Super Reds think Denmark will win this. So do a lot of the chat, I have to say. Let's see if their faith is well placed. In comes the corner. Oh, free header! And that'll do, won't it? It's 1-0 and Delaney heads it in. It's abject defending from the Czechs. And after 5 minutes, the Danes, who you were all backing, have the lead. And we'll have to have a look at the replay. Delaney completely on his own in the middle of the penalty box. He powers the header into the corner, but unless that's very cleverly worked, it seems very suspect defending. Well, what happens is Callas and Schick, there's 2-on-2, and Callas and Schick both go with the same man, which leaves Delaney completely on his own. I don't know who it was who made the run to the near post. It might have been Dolberg. It might have been Kjær. I need to have another look at that. But a complete mix-up between Thomas Callas and Patrick Schick. It's a free header for Thomas Delaney. And within 5 minutes, we have a Denmark goal. Cat amongst pigeons straight away. And the Danes have the lead. Pick the bones out of that in the chat. We'll talk about that in a sec. Cross comes in Czechs on the ropes here. It's going to be a Denmark throw in. Got to stay calm here, the Czechs, but could end up getting rattled here. The Danes, the fans there looking, as you can imagine, suitably excited. They have the lead within 5 minutes. Woof. There it is. There's a wow. There's a woof. There's a crikey. There's an oof. Nice header. I think the heat may play a part in this one. Is it boiling hot in Baku again? Delaney was channeling. Is in a Damien Delaney there. Great header. Great start. Good old Ipswich and Crystal Palace reference. No one near him. Complete miscommunication there between Callas and Schick. They clearly both went with the same man and left Delaney on his own. Could it be that simple? Delaney didn't really have to go anywhere, did he? Just stood in the middle of the box. They need to stay calm. TV pictures, Danes going mental. It's the Czechs that need to stay calm, isn't it? Hey? And not throw this game in the first 10 minutes or so. We've seen the Danes get ahead of steam. Here's Dolberg, hits the shot. Blocked. It's going to be another corner. All eyes on Schick and Callas again. In those games against Wales and against Russia, they've really got ahead of steam and really been looking good, haven't they? Once they got a lead and got going. So let's see what happens here. If it's the same setup, it would have been Vestergaard in the same zone as Delaney. Let's see where Stryger puts this. It's exactly the same setup. That's interesting. It was Callas that went with Vestergaard. So I don't know who was supposed to be marking who, but on the basis of that corner, Patrick Schick let Delaney go for the first one. If the marking is the same or supposedly the same. Yeah, it's Schick with Delaney. So he may be a great goal scorer, but he let them down with his marking there for the goal on 5 minutes. Went to the back post there and out it goes. 8:50 gone. Czech Republic 0, Denmark 1. Free header. Vashlik in the goal. No chance there. He's right near the penalty spot. Drills their header in. Vestergaard loves it. Delaney loves it. They all celebrate the goal. Denmark leading the Czech Republic 1-0. Up the line it goes. Kjær knocks it forward early. And the Czechs just need to try and settle on this in some way, shape or form. Delaney, the goal scorer, wins it back. As we said in the build-up, he and Højbjerg have been decent. Was it really a corner? Commentators don't think so. Interesting. I mean, my feeling on these things tend to be once you've conceded the corner, defend the corner. But obviously, mildly infuriating to say the least. If it shouldn't have been a corner, you still got to defend the corner though, whether it is, isn't, etc., etc. But I take the point. Jay. Knocked forward by Callas, chested down by Højbjerg. Højbjerg lifts it out to Marlowe, who's coming forward from left wing back. Where's he going? Nowhere fast. Straight into Soufal. Here is... It was Damsgaard who knocked it in the front. In the end, they have to work it back. Home it goes from Vestergaard. And Schmeichel out to Højbjerg, who, if he meant that, has got a Dennis Bergkamp touch there. Flicks it over his man's head on the volley. Did he mean that? You tell me. Dolberg. And the Danes just content to keep the ball. It's back with Christensen in the back three. John thinks it was indeed a corner. And it looks like the Danes are the masters of early goals in this one. Yes, we need a time check. Do we actually? Or do you just want to get a dad joke in there? Marla tries to beat his man. It's flicked on. And here is Schick. Soufal. Schick down the right-hand side into the box. Beats his man really easily. Schick comes inside. Tries to drill the shot left foot. It's going to be a corner to the Czechs. Good work by Schick. Beat Marla really easily there. Shot blocked by Christensen. Time check, 12 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Sink. That's your 12-minute sink if you need one. Gaza in the Czech corner. Czech Republic. Barak whips it in to the near post. Danish head on that. And Højbjerg boots it down the ground and Damsgaard chases after it. He's in. Damsgaard puts it goalwards and couldn't get enough power on it. But he nearly got in behind just from a big boot forward there. The Czechs on the counter now. Barak inside. Schick is not fouled by Christensen. He hit the deck. No foul given. Interesting one, that. Just a straight out foot race there. And Damsgaard managing to win it and get in behind. Good goalkeeping, I guess you need to say in the end, by Vashlik. And the chance not taken. Soufal. Little give and go there. Barak. Here's Soufal again. Crosses in from the right. And there's a handball by Damsgaard. One of the more obvious ones you'll ever see. Ben, this Danish side, will take some stopping. No one has yet, have they, in the knockouts? Remember, they did lose 2 games to Finland in strange circumstances and to Belgium in Kevin De Bruyne circumstances. In comes the set play for the Czechs. Nodded down. It's going to be a chance. CZECH on the volley. He's closed down, but he does snatch it still, doesn't he, regardless? And he's decent defending from Delaney. You know the trick there would have been dummy the shot, touch it inside, and you know you're going to get a penalty out of it when the charging player takes you down. He just couldn't get that under control, Damsgaard, could he? Ball's bouncing, does what he can with it. I think Vashlik gets his right hand on it, doesn't he? Interesting. Danes, something there for them if they do want to go direct at any point. Very much on the breakaway, wasn't it? We're coming up 15 minutes. Czech Republic 0, Denmark 1. The Danes 59% of the possession to 41. 0.16 apiece on the XG. I guess given that Patrick Schick effort. 3 corners to 1 to the Danes as well. And that most important of statistics, not the only quote, the only stat that matters, but the most important one is Czech Republic 0, Denmark 1. Braithwaite knocks it inside. Striger, Braithwaite crosses it in, headed out by Vestergaard. Let's turn the fan down as my eye starts to stream, as it always very annoyingly does. Trying to keep cool in here. God, it was warm last night for those 2 games. Here's Striger down the right-hand side. Striger Crosses in. Delaney arrives on the half volley. He kind of pulled out of the shot halfway through there, Thomas Delaney. And I wonder why he did that. It looked like he's going to try and shape it in the far post. What happens there? Yeah, he just realises he's running ahead of the ball and ends up having to sort of shin it in. Decent late run, decent opening, actually. $16.40 going Czech Republic 0, Denmark 1. The Danes, as things stand, will be joining the semi-final lineup. There are your brackets. Look down the bottom there. If they go through, they will face either Ukraine or England. We know one of the finalists will be Italy or Spain, and that should be a damn fine semi-final as well. Here's Braithwaite. Striger. Curls left-footed, easy one for Vashlik. Denmark, the better side as well as having that goal lead. Took the goal out of the game. You would say the Danes are the more likely, although that one moment where Patrick Schick managed to get into the box and cut inside had his shot blocked out. A big header away. And it's now with Soucek in, down the right-hand side, really, in the midfield. Inside to Barak. Barak, little touch off. Schick knocks it back to him. They tried to knock it through. Sevcik on the edge of the box. Here's Soufal, who's a good crosser from that right. Knocks it in. Schick is onside, I think. Oh, couldn't sort his feet out there. Just feet too quick for the brain there for Schick. Yeah. He looks a bit disappointed with himself. Really clever ball by Soufal. He's miles onside, isn't he? Everyone's expecting the cross, and he just knocks a low one inside. Schick not got the killer instinct just yet. Throwing down the line, Sevcik heads it on. Delaney chests it out. Corner, Czech Republic. Good pressure. Good pressure indeed. Dortmund man doing well. Agreed, Jay. Involved there as well in a defensive sense. Got forward. He's playing a typical box-to-box. He's wearing 8 as well, isn't he? Barak whips the corner in. Nice-looking one. Soucek was arriving with Christensen. West Ham versus Chelsea there. Did he foul him? Yeah, possibly. Came off his top of his arm, shoulder, so we would have had fun with VAR if that had gone in the goal, wouldn't we? Actually came off the back of his shoulder. We wouldn't have. The goal would have stood. Shirt sleeve, armpit, all of that good stuff. Chaluska has it. And it's back with Vashlik. Nice ball through into midfield by him. Soufal on the right. Given away by him, but turned straight back over to Barak, who looks very deep, the number 7. We expect him to be playing a number 10 role. He's not really at the moment. Looks more 4-3-3 type strategy from the Czechs, who are behind, but mobilising in this game now as we come up to the halfway mark in the first half. There's a switch of play. Soufal cannot keep him in. He applauds the intent from Thomas Soucek. I haven't checked it, but I'm just wondering whether Holesh number 9 and Barak have swapped positions to what we thought they were going to be. Maybe Holesh is playing off the front in that number 10 spot, and Barak is going to be back with Soucek. Trying to figure it out as we go. Hollow's press is there. Given away by Schmeichel. Here's Masopust. Masopust comes in. Edge of the box. Masopust tries to feed it through. Big chance. Good save. Schmeichel. It was his mistake in the first instance. Good play by Masopust. Poor kick by Schmeichel, who's tried that ping out to the left-hand side a few times. Lovely slide through, in fact, by Masopust. It needs the dink, doesn't it? To be fair, the dink did have issues in the defenders coming back on the line. In comes the corner from the Czechs, headed away. And Schmeichel is going to come and grab that. Another reasonable opening there for the Czechs. Just pouncing on Schmeichel's poor clearance from in the goal. Dane's looking a bit open at the back. On transition, yes, I would agree. Set plays, they've looked all right, haven't they? So they've got to keep them moved around. But, I mean, with that being said, the Danes are hardly sitting in, are they? So I do agree in that sense, yeah. There will be openings. There's Schick in the air with Kier, and the ball just goes all the way through. We are past the halfway mark in the first half, 22:48 on the clock. Let's do a live subscriber count. You can see it ticking along there. 17,728. Tremendous. Thank you, each and every one of you. Please hit subscribe. If you are here, ring the bell. We're growing nicely on the channel. Jay, that's horrible news, isn't it? Spinat Solar out for 5 months. One of the absolute stars of the tournament, probably going to be most people's left back in their team of the tournament, aren't they? A cold, wet evening in Cape Town, Paddy. That sounds like a good target. 18,000 before the end of the final. Can we do it, guys? 18K on finals day. You like that? There's a big boot down the ground. Cheluska chests it down. Braithwaite chases. I would suggest the Czechs have been on top for about the last 8-9 minutes, haven't they? Since the chance for Damsgaard, which frankly was from a Czech attacking set play. So they are settling into this, but of course there is that pressure of the goal deficit against them. Yes, Emerson will likely be the starting left back for the Italians against the Spanish. He'll go against Ferran Torres or Sarabia, who tend to swap wings about 1,000 times during the game for the Spanish. So we will figure that out. Here's CZECH. Knocked off to CZECH. CZECH out wide. Here's Soufal. Crosses in right-footed to the back post. Looking for Borrell, actually, the left back. It's good stuff from the Czechs, isn't it? Borrell arriving on the back post. Striger, though, the fullback against wing-back there, had tracked him all the way back. Corner to the Czechs. CZECH swings it over, and on the back post, it's CZECH again. There was 3 Czech players all arrived, all tried to head the ball there at the same time. And to be fair, the front one didn't, Jeluska. But certainly Callas and CZECH a little bit in each other's way, possibly, and the ball is headed wide by Thomas CZECH on the back post. And another attempt on goal, or not on goal, but attempt at goal registered for the Czechs. As the Danes look to just build back a little bit of possession. They do still have the possession. It's just flashing up on my screen now, 53-47 in their favour. Does feel the territory is with the Czechs at the moment, in my humble opinion. Robert tried to sky for the England game. Boss not stupid. Damn. Not going to let you have the evening off for that one. Rubbish. David, welcome along, sir. Here comes Braithwaite down the right-hand side. Braithwaite into the box. Braithwaite leathers that towards the goal. And for a second then, I thought, is that going to fly into the top corner? Let's see how close it actually was. Not very. He hit it hard enough to fool me, put it that way. In fact, it's a horrible finish. And the lady behind the goal, presumably ball replenishment duties there. Looked a bit worried about that. And the Czechs restart, but it's straight back with the Danes. Højbjerg. CZECH was going to try and pull him back there. I think if Højbjerg stopped, the yellow card was coming out. Is Vestergaard. Braithwaite, who swapped over temporarily to the left wing. Just coming back across now. Kjær at centre half. Inside his own half. Højbjerg. Christensen, Damsgaard. Denmark getting back on the ball now. They've been without it a little bit. Now here's Højbjerg, and they've played through the lines. 2 consecutive vertical passes there. Braithwaite with the second, looking for Dolberg, but the Czechs win it back. Has Hollis given that away? No, he hasn't. Fizzed into Hollis again. In central midfield does well. And inside it goes. Massive pass. Thought he was fouled, but here comes Delaney breaking away from midfield. A really nice tackle by Callas there. Just times that very well. Steps out, takes it off him. Delaney, I guess, the key figure in this game from a Denmark point of view. And there's a foul by Damsgaard. Hashtag forward tackle or forwards tackle there on CZECH. Beats him easily. And the yellow card stays in referee Kuiper's pocket. The Czechs now 0.98 on the XG with 0 goals. I'm guessing that number racked up with the header from CZECH a few minutes ago. Here comes the attacking set play. Cheliska on the back post. How far away was he from contact on that? He wasn't far from goal, put it that way. Let's have a look. Yeah, just some contact behind him from Vestergaard. Little nudge in the back just puts him off enough. And that Czech fan there in the crowd, like me, thought if he gets ahead on that, big chance. Hate tense, nervous quarterfinals. You're in the wrong place then, Dave. Because there's probably one coming up at 8 o'clock as well. This one's quite tense, isn't it? This tournament's been brilliant so far, hasn't it, Jest? The players have been fantastic, haven't they? Mahler knocks it inside. Kjær plays up the line. Braithwaite tries to control that on its way through. I suspect if he just ran at it, he would have kept that one in and just stitched himself up by jumping to try and control it. He did in the end knock it out for a Czech throw-in, but the Czechs have quickly taken the throw, switched the play, and it's out with Borrell, the left back. Barak. CZECH, nice feet by him. But all he can do is knock it back into the centre halves. Callas to Cheluska. Cheluska out to Marla. Marla up the line. CZECH. You get fouled by Delaney? Looked like he did. Just nicked it past him. Delaney runs across him in the first instance. Little shove. Down he goes. I still don't think the yellow card has come out yet from our Dutch referee. Another attacking set play for the Czechs, which Barak of Verona is going to take. Whips that in left-footed. Nice line on it. Headed away. Sufel heads it back in. Dolberg kind of backs the ball out, jumps and turns his back on it. Masupust closed down by Kasper Dolberg. He's going to be a corner to the Czechs, who've put on a fair bit of pressure. CZECH, his cross after the short corner is closed down by Damsgaard. If this game was 1-1, you wouldn't say it was an unfair result. One of those ones where it's fairly tight, isn't it? Sufal takes the throw in. A little help inside to CZECH. Heads away. Damsgaard completes the clearance, although it's going to go out for a throw-in. Delaney linked with Southampton. Looks a decent player. He is. You pay a premium for Dortmund players, though, don't you, for sure? Agreed. Referees have been excellent. Lessons for the Premier League? Yeah, will they learn them, though? Barak tries to slide through for Patrick Schick. Good defending by Kerr. Although Sufel follows up and crosses. His cross is blocked, and here comes a counter with Braithwaite. Barak tries to foul him. Braithwaite's too good for him, and the counter continues. They try to slide in Dolberg. Dolberg gets on it. Lovely little ball through. Good goalkeeping there. Really great counter attack for the Danes. I think it was Stryger in the end trying to chase through. Couldn't quite get there ahead of Vashlik, the goalkeeper. Up until that point, really nice direct running and passing there, especially from Braithwaite, who carried the ball a long way. Which team has impressed me most? Probably Italy, isn't it? Just had the mixture of aggression, defensive solidity, and some attacking sense. England wouldn't be far away. Have they had the intensity of the Italians? Yes, in the Germany game, I guess. But yeah, the Italians for me. Although we're down to, how many are we down to now? 6, and we'll be down to 4 by the end of today. Barak out to Sufal, crossing position. Sufal crosses in. Oh, there was an overhead kick attempt by CZECH. He missed it. And arriving was Hollesh, I think. Hit the shot. You have to be careful with those overheads in a crowded box. They 9 times out of 10 get punished as dangerous play, don't they? You got to be in a couple of meters of space to do that. But he misses it. No dangerous play, and Hollesh gets on the back of it. Here is CZECH trying to poke it through. Lewis talking some Derby here. I love that terminology. Derby have found another 34 million quid worth of profit on the stadium. Goodness me. Is this with the new amortization? I'll wait for the figures to come in, and I'm sure the number pods will pick them out. I'm sure Derby have some very intelligent accountants working on it that will make it under the whatever amount is needed. Well, that's quite tricky in the Championship, isn't it? Italy-Belgium, best quality game. seen in the tournament. Yeah, it's good, wasn't it? Really good, actually. First half especially. And how good were the Italians in the first half? They really nailed it, didn't they? Marla. And perhaps a big lesson that if England are going to come up against the Italians, the slightly passive approach the Belgians took did not work. Did it? So maybe a more active approach needed there. Those Italians can swarm you, cheer you up if you sit back too much. Although obviously the English back three plays very differently than that aging Belgian back three played, didn't they? But and we shall see. Here is Cheluska, knocks it down the line. And there is a switch of play. Here's Damsgaard now. He's 1v1 with Callas into the box. Damsgaard drives the shot. Callas didn't get very tight, did he? There, I guess he knew what he was doing. Damsgaard hits the shot from a difficult angle and Vashlik makes the save. David, will I be wearing an England top for tonight? I do not own one, I have to say. I don't own many football. So I've got a couple of old Ipswich ones, but from the 90s. But no, I haven't bought a football top for years. If anyone wants to send me one of their team, and I will make the exception now. Obviously, I can't wear a Norwich top on camera because I will literally get attacked in next in Ipswich. So Italians did well disrupting in the second half. Belgians probably could have played with more intensity. Yeah, agree with both. Two players down now, Borrell. I didn't see who's down for the Danes. Who is that? Is it Striger? Yeah, the right wing back. Yeah, find me an England top to wear. Can I have one of those 1982 ones when Mick Mills and Paul Mariner and the boys were all in the squad? And Brian Robson scored after 10 seconds or whatever it is. Who was that against? France? He just landed nasty. Striker landed on his hip nasty, but I think his legs then landed on Borrell as he went down. All a bit clumsy. Stoppage over with the tight shorts. That's the one. Obviously, I'll give the tight shorts a miss. Paul Mariner, obviously, rocked them. There he is up on the... You see him, the great Paul Mariner there. Pound for pound, let me know a better all-round striker than Paul Mariner. What a player for England and Arsenal and Ipswich and Plymouth. Ray Wilkins had a bit of hair then. God, he could play, Ray Wilkins, couldn't he? When's the woof and oof merch coming out? Yeah. We'll have a look at some new merch for the new season. One of my million jobs to do. Bermuda Bloom, the Triangle. Alfie, we'll talk about the Borough signings on the next transfer update video. My friend. Ikpezu just went through. So, yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that. Check that one out. I'll give that a bit more time than I would during this game, Alfie. But you know my feelings on Mr. Warnock. Where there's a Warnock, there's a way. A way of finishing 10 places higher than you expect him to. Here is Christensen. Vestergaard. Vestergaard down the line. Marler is in behind Soufal now. Marler, lovely cross. Oh, lovely goal. Dolberg puts it in. What an assist by Marler with the outside of his right foot on the run. And I dare say slightly against the run of play. Czech Republic 0, Denmark 2. And how's about that for an assist from Marler there? I thought he was looking for Braithwaite initially, and Dolberger was arriving behind him, and Soufal just gets caught up the pitch, and Denmark are nailing this, guys. Czech Republic 0, Denmark 2. Soufal gets caught out. Have a look at that for a cross, though. What a cross that is. Oh, sensational from Marler. That's got to be the assist of the tournament, hasn't it? A Pogba-esque cross by Marler. Brilliant stuff. Look at that. That does not get any better than that, does it? And Dolberg just pops it in. Oh, it looks even better from behind the goal. Curves it around behind the defence, and purely for the assist, probably one of the goals of the tournament there. Brilliant from Marler, and Dolberg just has to do his job between the posts, run onto service like that. I mean, and we have a very high chance, guys, that Denmark are going to the semi-finals here. Czech Republic 0, Denmark 2. A really efficient first half performance by the Danes. Delaney from a set play and a really lovely second goal. Marler's brilliant cross put in by Dolberg. What are you saying in the chat? I say woof to that one, and boom, and 2-0, and great goal. And it's 2. Denmark are going to Wembley. Fantastic. Well, lovely goal. A peach. Some more checkmate puns there. There we go. Czechs bouncing. Yeah, here they come. Blinking Vikings. Clinical Danes. The ball was mint outside of the foot. Absolute beauty. Ukraine had one similar. Not bad for a right back. He's on the wrong side, isn't he? Ukraine cross, a good one. Yeah, great goal. Denmark, superb cross and finish. Danes taking their chances. Aren't they just? My sofa score numbers say 1.03 on the XG, 2 goals. They are virtually double their XG at the moment, so they are most definitely clinical, if that metric means anything to you. Can Czechs come back? Reckon not. Well, remember we saw the Italians and the Belgians last night. Ultimately, the Belgians didn't come back, but they did get a, well, slightly dubious penalty, but they get one back before half-time, didn't they? Which you'd think the Czechs would find preferable here. Need to get hold of the ball now. It's looking very, very good for the Danes. Czech Republic 0, Denmark 2, as Delaney, the opening goal scorer, wins his side a throw-in down the right-hand side, 45 up. If England get to the semi-finals and we play Denmark, got to be careful of them. Yes, we do. You'll definitely, I think it was discussed in the chat earlier or so, you'll definitely see a 3 at the back for that one. Whether we do in a little bit or not, we will find out. But yes, they will be matching up for sure against the Danes and that front 3. Kerr chests it down. Who's that down for Denmark? I think it's Marler, the man of the moment there with that assist. And he got caught there by Soufal, was it? And Marler is down, holding his left ankle. Vestergaard looks none too happy about it. Kier's going to have a word with the referee. Here's that goal again. You won't tire of seeing this cross. Look at that. Beaut. Dolberg can't miss, can he? Just has to get good contact on that, and he's definitely scoring, isn't he? He's barely 4 or 5 yards out from the goal when the cross comes in. Kasper Schmeichel says, concentrate. Patrick Schick says something in Czech that I didn't get sign language with that I could understand. And the Danes are all looking very happy in Baku. How do you even kick the ball that far with the outside of your boot? That perfectly as well, to just curve right around the back. So it was a beautiful thing. Yes, and the Atalanta flag raised high. But Marler, as Jay questions, end of Marler's night. Well, it's that close to half-time that they definitely won't sub him out, I wouldn't have thought. Probably risk playing with 10 for the next minute or so of stoppage time that we've got. By the way, 2 minutes stoppage time. We've played the 2 minutes, but of course, most of it got taken up with the treatment for Marler. So with 2 minutes 40 gone, we're probably going to play about another minute, I would have thought. Sumptuous cross. Nice word, sumptuous. I like that. Is Højbjerg. Marler's back on, actually. I'm sure he's going to get massage probably for all of half-time by the look of how he's moving. So we're 1 minute over the minimum stoppage time. So pretty much during this next phase, the whistle's going to go for half-time. If Borrell takes any longer with the throw-in, another ball won't be kicked. And that is a highly satisfactory half for the Danes, who lead 2-0. And Thomas Delaney headed the opener after 5 minutes. My spidey senses tell me that it was Callas and Schick marking Vestergaard and Delaney. And looking at the following corner after that, I think Patrick Schick lost his man. Both Schick and Callas went with Vestergaard, left Delaney completely on his own, and he nodded into the back of the net. There were chances for the Czechs. We'll bring the numbers up in a second, and you'll see how even the metrics are. But that penalty box, the Czechs have played it not as well as they could have, let's just say, and the Danes have nailed it and been clinical when they've needed to. Chances for the Czechs. Souček back post header, Schick into the box on a couple of occasions. Hollesh arriving as well. Can I say it's not a 2-0 game? I mean, it is a 2-0 game because it's 2-0, but do you know what I mean? That's kind of been a best case scenario for the Danes. They have been clinical. If this was 1-0 or even 1-1, no one would be sitting here saying, "Oh, that's tough on the Danes." But they've nailed it, and it's 2-0. Let's have a look at the numbers. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, I'm talking myself in circles there. I know what I mean. Let's just have a look and see what the numbers and the metrics are saying. Look at the attack momentum graph first of all, and you will see the green side and the upper side would be the Czechs. So you can see the Danes started and finished the half the better. Not much in it though, really. Looking at the XG as well, 1.03 to the Czechs, 0.91 to the Danes. So there you go. I got that the wrong way around. The Danes double their XG. They have been clinical. One big chance and they scored it. And obviously the header from the set play as well. 7 shots apiece, 4 on target for the Danes, 2 on target for the Czechs. 208, 197 on completed passes. it is a tight game, other than the Danes have been absolutely clinical. And we should mention that quick little ball, Soufal, who's been really good this tournament and this season for West Ham in the Premier League, just gets caught by Marler. And then it's just an absolute bit of quality from Marler with the outside of his right foot to spin that ball around the back of the centre halves. I thought he was aiming for Braithwaite, but it spins around him. You spin me right round. And Dolberg arrives and just smacks it home. Service like that, lap it up. And it is 2-0. Come to your comments in a second. We think, well, everybody knows what that means in the brackets. The Danes would join the Italians and the Spanish in the semi-finals, with the Ukraine and England to come later on. So we know one of the finalists will be Italy and Spain, and hot favourites at the moment to be one of the other semi-finalists are Denmark, who are on a little bit of a streak since Kevin De Bruyne kind of on his own destroyed them in that second group game, but hammered Russia, hammered Wales, 2-0 up at half-time in this one, and looking very, very good. Think how they'd be if the obviously unfortunate thing hadn't happened with Eriksen. He essentially was their best player as well. Right, let's have a look at what you are saying. Could Denmark prove to be a bigger test for England than Germany? Probably. Once it gets to a semi-final and the pressure, whoever England play, they're going to be running in treacle, aren't they, for most of it? So, they absolutely could be. Denmark, good value for their lead, says Chris. Could have been 4 or 5. Even at 2-0 down, you can't rule the Czechs out. Could be talking in an hour about the Manchester. Well, we've seen that a few times, haven't we? A little harsh on the Czech Republic, but Denmark have been clinical. They have indeed. Denmark are the best finishers in the tournament, I reckon. Certainly over the last couple of games they have been, haven't they? Very much so. Mr. E, the Czechs have to work hard for their goals in games. Denmark always have a threat, especially on the break. And Ben, breaking out the dead or alive. Absolutely. Pete Burns. And just playing that back. I will just hang on before I take my break. We'll just see this goal here. And you can see Schick and Callas. What a mess there. Callas turns around and looks at Schick. And I think ITV agree with me. Oh, is it Borrell, not Schick? I beg your pardon. Sorry. It was Schick marking him on the next corner. No, it is. Oh, it's 18. Beg your pardon. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I hate to say it. I'm right. ITV have got the graphic wrong there. It's not Borrell at all. It's Patrick Schick. There we go. Maybe our analysis here is more accurate than the pros. But hey ho. Right. Having had a look at that, we will go for our break. They've clearly got the wrong name up there, haven't they? But there we go. Right. I'm going to take my break now. I will be back very, very soon. We can go a bit off-piste if you want any other questions, any topics you want to talk about. Let's keep it all nice and calm ahead of probably in about 30, 40 minutes time. We'll find out the England team news as well. See you in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, guys. I mean, you can, but make sure you come back because the stream will be returning in a couple of minutes. If you haven't already and you're not going anywhere, hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications on the Benjamin Bloom channel. Like this stream. Keep your comments coming. And if you want, you can give it a share. And what better place to go and share than over on Twitter, where you can find me at Benjamin Bloom. Lots of stuff goes down that feed. And if you ever need to contact me, the DMs are open. Forgive me, it might take a couple of days to get through all of them. At Benjamin Bloom on Twitter. You can also support us over at our Teespring store, www.benjaminbloommerch.store. Don't forget the 2 M's in a row. Buy yourself a t-shirt, a mug, phone case, hoodies, all sorts of good stuff over there. Great way to represent our community over here. If you do get something, make sure you send me a picture. Over on Twitter, in fact, and I will get that retweeted. You can also support over on Patreon, www.patreon.com/BenjaminBloom. A direct way to support my work here monthly. Get yourself a little bit of extra content each month. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. We really could not have got through what has been happening in the world without you. Before we return, get those comments filled up, questions, topics, etc. And enjoy the rest of the stream. Here we go. And we are back, and I haven't made it back to the seat in time. There we go. Can you hear me? I think you can. My apologies. That's the first time I've nearly been beaten by the countdown. There we go. So we sit back in the seat. Unbelievable scenes. Let me get my phone out of my hand as well. Maybe I need to make that just a little touch longer, don't you think? Welcome back, everybody. Czech Republic 0. Denmark 2, and let's say cheers, and let's say a really big thank you to all of you guys, because we do this and we've done this every time during the Euros, every day, and you've been here throughout, all chatting, commenting all the way through. I'm sure some people here have been every game here on the channel, watching them together. It's been absolutely fantastic. So a big cheers. If you criticise my beer pouring technique, you can do one. I'm trying to do 20 things at once. That'll do, won't it? So yeah, cheers to everybody. Everybody watching. And come on, England. That's the most typical English man in the world, isn't it? One sip of beer and the next thing I say is, come on, England. Shocking behaviour. Right, let's go freestyle on some questions. I think Anir asked me about that. Rob Atkinson to Bristol City, heard good things from Oxford. Well, I tell you, Oxford have been a really good outlet for Championship clubs. If you think about Baptiste and Fosu going to Brentford, and Fosu particularly did very well. Dickie's been excellent for QPR, hasn't he? So Atkinson is has it gone through, Mark? Do you know what? I think we've probably got enough, and I'll go ahead and do it tomorrow morning. Well, I think we've got enough for another transfer. I just want to talk about Martin Waghorn, who's one of my favourite players going, or certainly was one of my favourite players in a desolate last few years for Ipswich. He's gone off to Coventry as well. Someone just messaged me as well saying Simon Moore's gone to Coventry. So yeah, we'll have a good look at that, Mark. But yeah, we'll have a look and see if we can figure out what the fee is. And yeah, looks good. Does the chat think there will be many changes to the England lineup tonight? I mean, we can put that to the chat. I think there might be a couple. We've had the leak on possibly Mason Mount. I just wonder whether does he do a bit of freshening? Maybe right wing back. I wonder. I don't know anything, by the way. I certainly got no contact. Maybe some Championship clubs I can get some info, but not England. No, above my pay grade. That one. Any more questions? Getting sloppy, Ben. You know me, Jake. Do you know what I did? I went downstairs, took a beer out, and I've got one of those little boxes with just 4 Peronis in, so I don't drink too much. I know. If I buy 15 Peronis, I'll drink 15 Peronis. I'm sure there's many of you can relate to that. And it took me like a little while to do that. I said bye to the dogs, and then Shaylee's having a little nap downstairs, bless her, being heavily pregnant and all that. So I just stuck my head in and told her what I thought of her in the loveliest romantic way, of course. And then I went to the toilet as well, and yeah, that did for me. Hey, right. What else are you saying in the chat? Bidhan, streamers, a bunch of good people. Yeah, no, it's great, isn't it? And I think when I say please leave your bias at the door, I do genuinely wish people could talk about football in the way you guys do in the chat and the way we've tried to foster it. So, it is a meaningful thing. And, we try and respect each other, and we try and not personally insult each other and discuss things in an adult way. So, no, it's really, 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 really cool. Wenlock, thoughts on Phil Parkinson going to Wrexham? What level are Wrexham? Are they League Two? That does seem... No, but he was at League Two at Bolton, wasn't he, Parkinson? Did he go back? I'm getting all muddled up about Phil, but I think he was at Sunderland, wasn't he? Did he go to... Anyway, I think I had Phil Parkinson pegged at a slightly higher level, but hey, they've got the Ryan Reynolds link there and a bit of money. So, yeah. Would I say Waghorn had very good pace when he was younger? Particularly Chris. He was always very direct, lovely left foot, just good all-round footballer, really. And look, he played Ipswich for a time where there weren't many players who played with big personality. He played with big personality. So I was a huge fan of him and very disappointed when we sold him on, but there we go. 2 centre mids on yellow cards. That could be a risk. Here you go. I'm going to mutter the immortal words you won't hear me mutter very often. I agree with Roy Keane on this one. Play the game in front of you and deal with suspensions if suspensions come. I think you can jump the shark a little bit, can't you? Taking people out because they might get suspended before they have got suspended. And you're effectively giving yourself the punishment if they did get suspended by taking them out when they might not even get suspended in the first place. So, right. Kremenchik is coming on and Yankto is coming on as well. We'll see who for. Yankto has been playing down the left wing. Hollesh is out. So I'm wondering whether Barak is going to sit in central midfield. Masopust is out as well. Quite like him as a player. So look, Yankto is definitely going to go front left. I suspect Kremenchik is going to be 10, but get close. Get close to Patrick Schick. And possibly Barak is going to drop off. That's my guess. But we'll find out. Hey, it was fun tracking Roberto Martinez last night, figuring that one out, wouldn't it? Goodness me. Let's assume that Kremenchik is going to drop into that position. Where's he gone? Yeah, he kind of has. So look, there'll be times where this is going to look like 4-4 effing 2 from the Czechs, possibly. If I'm right about where those changes are going to take place. Here is Kremenchik actually in the 10 already. Kremenchik hits the shot straight at Schmeichel. Schmeichel did not seem to know a lot about that, did he? Good effort. Good start by Kremenchik. Throw in now for the Czechs, which Boril will take. In it comes. Big header away. Noted down by Chaluska. We'll get your timestamp imminently. We are right now. Oh, that's driven in low. Good strike by Barak. And the Czechs have started the second half well. They need to. They need a goal, frankly. Barak half volleyed that into the ground. Really clever strike by Barak. And Schmeichel makes a good save. Corner's come in early, headed clear his Braithwaite. We didn't get to see much of the replay there. Good start by the Czechs. They're at it here. Here's CZECH. Barak. Soufal crosses in. Sevcik arriving. Yankto's going to get his first touch here. He's just come on at half-time. Borrell back to Yankto. Yankto, nice feet. Keeps it. Denmark need to weather this early bit of second half pressure by the Czechs. Here comes your timestamp, guys. We're going to be at 48 minutes on an ITV feed in 3, 2, 1. Sink. Cross goes into the back post. Kremenchik heads it down. Patrick Schick overhead kick. It's blocked. And that looked like it was on target. Let's have a look. Oh, it certainly was. Yeah, good block by Simon Kjær. Really good start to the second half by the Czechs, but the Danes... Oh, good save, Schmeichel. Yeah, his first proper replay we've seen of that. It's a really good strike by Barak. He's got virtually no time to hit it. Drives it into the ground, which gives the keeper an extra angle of incidence to kind of think about. And he tips it around the post. Great stuff. Good attempt by the Czechs. Czechs putting on some early pressure. Caden's giving me a heads up. He's going to chat nonsense. That's all right, Caden. Nice. Do I need to do that disclaimer at the start? Oh, Schick! Oh, hello! And Patrick Schick has done it again. And you cannot say that that goal was not coming. The Czechs have scored a richly deserved goal on the basis of their all-out attack for the second half. Soufal again. And how's about that? Just guides it in right-footed. What a great striker he is, Patrick Schick. Just gets across his man and guides it in on the far post. Shilhavi celebrates. It's a deserved goal. They've really gone at it in the second half. He must have ripped him a new one at half-time. And it's Czech Republic 1, Denmark 2. Game on. Czechs back in it. Well-deserved goal. Aggressive substitutions. Aggressive start to the second half. And the Czechs have a goal back. In the second half, Czech Republic have 81% of the possession and have had 4 shots in 4 minutes. So they've really started this half very well indeed, haven't they? And they've got an attacking free kick now, which they can stick in the box. Can somebody tell me how many Schick has got now? How many is that? 5 for Schick. He'd be a fun Golden Boot winner, wouldn't he? A big fan. Take that cat and release them amongst the pigeon. Brilliant stuff. Slick by Schick. Game on now. Unbelievable. Leeds 2021 always gives us an unbelievable, Ben. Czech Republic is back. Excellent matter of time. Both teams to score if that's up on your bet. 5 now for Schick. He got 2 against the Scots, didn't he? He didn't score against the English. He definitely scored against the Dutch, didn't he? And he scored against the Croats from the spot, did he? And he's now scored against the Danes. Spells like 5 for Patrick Schick. Yeah, definitely going to be some Premier League teams. He's already playing in the Bundesliga. He's scored all manner of goals, hasn't he? Right foot, left foot, penalty, header, halfway line, I think. Great stuff. Patrick Schick. Schick's Creek. 50 gone. Czech Republic 1, Denmark 2. Here come the Danes. Braithwaite down the right, 1v1 with Borrell. Good defending by Borrell. Good direct play by Braithwaite. Superb finish. Beautifully guided into the goal. He's a great tournament, hasn't he? Schick. And 5 goals. Puts him level with the great Cristiano Ronaldo. Corner for the Danes. They've got to keep them out, the Czechs here, and keep up the pressure. And it comes from Striger, headed clear. Damsgaard. Damsgaard, big switch of play. Ooh, nearly got Højbjerg in. And here comes Yankto, burning it down the right-hand side. Højbjerg marshals him well. Hjulmand doesn't change the expression much, the Danish manager. And does he? Kallas. Barak. Kallas. Nodded on by Borrell. Here is the excellent Patrick Schick. Borrell, good football. Kremenchik. Kremenchik's given him a bit of extra presence up top, hasn't he? Tries a little back heel through to Schick. And here come the Czechs again, though. Borrell. Borrell feigns the cross. Barak. Borrell. Borrell. Barak. Building up down the left. Is the cross on at any point? He's well marshalled by Delaney. Still he goes. Good tackle by Thomas Delaney. Wins it clean. Can he get it clear? He can't because Barak slides in the end. He does boot it down to the ground. Czechs are unrelenting in this half, aren't they? They've been really good. Sufal, Suchek, Kallas. They are encamped now in the Danes half. That's clipped into the box. They've lost Yankto. Yankto crosses in low. Kremenchik. Oh, his shot's blocked there. Yankto was completely on his own there. Kremenchik's only been on 8 minutes and he's dripping with sweat. It's hot in Baku. Kallas with a dreadful pass all the way through to Schmeichel. Schmeichel chests it down. He's going to take his time with this one. Try and kill a little bit of this Czech momentum. They've been very, very decent in the second half. Shame they had to wait until 2-0 down to get going. Braithwaite, though, into the box. Braithwaite for the Danes. He's still got it. Good challenge there. I think Braithwaite's fouled his man. Has he? No. Nothing doing there. And back it goes all the way back to Kasper Schmeichel. That's shocking. Oh, dear, Math. Unbelievable. Big hello to Math's Danish girlfriend and good luck to Math. Here's Damsgaard. Mahler. Højbjerg. Mahler. Danes just gaining some kind of foothold in the second half. They lead 2-1. It's been all Czech Republic, though, the second half. Mahler clips it in. And a spectacular diving header there from Sufal on the cover. Don't quite know what went wrong with the defensive line and the marking then, but there was 2 over at the back post. Kallas is about 2 meters behind everybody else there, and A not very good-looking defensive line from the Czechs, and they're going to have to defend a corner as a result of it. .56 gone. Corner to the Danes. Striger is going to take it right-footed. Striger pops it in. Easy headed clear for Schick. But Heuberg, right place, right time. He knocks it back across, headed down by Striger. Damsgaard, clipped in. Big header clear by Chaluska. Damsgaard, Barak too good for him there. And Barak comes away with it. Here's Yankto. Nice ball inside Yankto. Schick. There's a man over on the right-hand side. Sufal gets forward. Here's Patrick Schick. They want him in the box. He's outside it. Lovely little feed, though. Souček. Oh, it's a really poor ball by Souček. And Schick kind of says, look at all the space. I should probably take that comment off the screen, shouldn't I? Deary me. Am I doing England, Frank? Of course. Of course. Here is Callas. Good read by him, and he strides forward. Can't quite find his man. Did the first half well. Czech Republic looked dangerous. Czechs finding a lot of space suddenly. Yeah. Very binary in these halves, isn't it? The Czechs really nailing the second half. Ooh. Vashlik nearly got closed down by Damsgaard. Damsgaard's been, his famous last words, pretty ineffective in this game. He's been good in the other games. I don't know how fit Josef Poulsen is on the bench for the Danes, but perhaps we'll see him. Yankto rinses his man there, but the cross is easy for Kasper Schmeichel. And the Danes come away with it. Christensen, Delaney, Braithwaite, double substitution. There you go, right on cue. Poulsen is going to be coming on. Handball there, surely by Barak. And do we get the substitutes now? Yes, we do. It's Poulsen, and that is Christian Norgard of Brentford as well. Off comes Dolberg, who did score in the first half, but it's going to be Poulsen who will play down the middle. So Poulsen on number 20. Norgard is also going to be coming in. For Damsgaard. We've done this before, haven't we? So it looks like they're going to go to a 5-3-2, I think, here. Because they've definitely gone to three central midfielders here. Norgard has just held up the three fingers. So it's going to be more a 5-3-2 now. Or a 3-5-2 as opposed to a 3-4-3, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, it looks like Norgard is even going to sit behind the existing midfielders. We'll see how that transpires, but very much a shore up the centre of midfield. A pragmatic substitution by the Danes. You see, it's allowed, guys. You're allowed to do stuff that takes into account what the other team's doing and not losing. And I suspect it's just going to be a straight two up top, although Braithwaite is still hugging the right touchline here. Although he falls flat on his face there. Unless it's going to be even more pragmatic and Braithwaite sticks to the right-hand side and you get a kind of 5-4-1 without the ball with just Poulsen up top. It'll be a little bit lopsided over on the left, but we'll see what they do. So if they put over there Delaney, yeah, he's not going to play front left, is he, for goodness sakes? Borrell takes the throw in quickly. Slid down the line for Sevcik. And Marla makes the clearance. Norgard gets his first touch. An assured one. And Poulsen tries to spin and run on Cheluska. Cheluska tries to foul him. Poulsen keeps going. Too good for him. Poulsen, he's got Braithwaite over to his right. He finds him. Here is Braithwaite. Braithwaite tries to angle it in. Norgard sweeps it up on the edge of the box. Norgard, Poulsen. Oh, great block. Really good, timely tackle there. It was CZECH, I think, wasn't it? And they look dangerous there, the Danes. Ironically, that's where they would have benefited from it being a 3-4-3. Poulsen did really well. Cheluska looked quite happy to bring him down, didn't he? Braithwaite then tried to play it in. Norgard does well. And again, Callas is miles behind the rest of the defensive line. He's playing too conservatively in this half, Callas. That's the second one where they had no chance of any kind of offside there because Callas was just too deep. It's a great block by CZECH, though, isn't it? A great tackle. Important block. Agree with all of you on that. Why does Thomas Callas think he's playing sweeper at the moment? There isn't two centre-backs in front of him. Dear oh me. Yes, hit that like button. Absolutely. We are waiting for England team news. Do we have it yet, guys? I'm sure my phone will light up when it does come through. We should expect it any time in the next 10, 15 minutes or so. Lovely block by CZECH. And yes, it does look better in slow motion. Patrick Schick becomes the second Czech Republic player to score 5 at Euros. Anyone known for that? Is it Milan Baros or Jan Koller? Jay? Am I allowed to join in the quiz? So, Cheluska's done, actually. Another injury here. And it looks like Brabec is going to come on. Number 4. Has he injured himself trying to foul Yusuf Poulsen? Goodness me. Brabec is going to come on and play centre-half next to Thomas Callas. Which tournament? The one where Rooney was good. 2004. CZECH has gone all Terry Butcher on us now. And he's got his head wrapped in bandages. What I really want to know is who does Brabec play for? Victoria Pluzhin. On he comes. Good luck, fella. $64.35 gone. As we wait for the England team news. In the next 10, 15 minutes, we think we will likely get it. Oh, no, it's going to be at 6:30. So I can tell you there for a fact, in 5 minutes, we're going to get the England team news. In fact, I'll keep my phone on Twitter right now so we can react to that team news as soon as it comes in. But of course, we will focus on this game. And Annie, of course, is right. Here comes the uproar. You think we could just get behind the selection, whatever it is now. But of course, everyone will obsess about players who are not playing. And maybe some who are playing. Here is Brabeck gets his first touch, plays it to Callas. Not ideal going to a new centre-half partnership, chasing a game 65 minutes in the quarterfinals of the Championship, but those who adapt survive and thrive, don't they, hey? It's going to be a restart to the Danes, who have calmed this game down now. For those first 8-9 minutes of the second half, they were getting really taken to school by the Czechs, weren't they? But it's a more even game now, and it's still 2-1 to the Danes. Here's Højbjerg nearly getting in behind from central midfield. I guess in a midfield three now, there can be a runner, whether it be Delaney or Højbjerg, with the insurance of Norgard being behind them. Now, good ball by Delaney out to Striger, crosses it in, poor cross, headed clear by Sufal. Norgard nods it back in, looking for Poulsen. Good defending by Callas, Brabeck just flicks his foot around him and wins the ball. And there is the big goal kick forward by Schmeichel, headed back down the line. And I dare say we are 3 minutes away from England team news. We will find out who the England team is. Could you see Callas at a top-end Championship club next season? What does that mean? Our Bristol City going to be a top-end Championship? He's definitely good enough, isn't he? He's got promoted with Fulham once before. So, yeah, absolutely. Although I don't suspect he'd be going anywhere, will he? Here is Callas, the aforementioned. We are 2 minutes away from confirmed England team news. Here's Borrell. Inside to Barak. Yes, and the leak does say Sancho and Mount. You see, they should give out some phony leaks to the press. That'd shut them up, wouldn't it? Here comes Poulsen breaking. It's Poulsen against Callas here. Poulsen charges at goal. Sufal and Callas play that quite well. And Poulsen hits the shot low, and it's easily saved. Here's Yankto. Yankto comes down the line. Yankto crosses to the back post. Nobody there. Patrick Schick's giving him a mouthful. They're saying, what are you putting it in there for? There's nobody there. As I hit refresh a few more times on the England Twitter. Ready in Rome, they say, 3 minutes ago. We really want to know the team, though, England admin. Here's that counter one more time. Poulsen not managing to find the corner or any power on the shot. Easy save. Your free lines have arrived 9 seconds ago from the England Twitter. And can you tell us which 11 of them are going to be starting, please? Because we'd all love to know. Off comes Striger, on comes Vass. So does that mean Marler's going to switch over to right wing back? I suspect it does, but I will not write that down until it is confirmed. Vass, I think, of Valencia is on. Which side has he gone? It does look like he's playing down the right. Vass, number 18, and here he is. He's going to let that go, and they're just fizzling out a little bit now. The Czechs, aren't they? We'll be live on Twitter Spaces from 6:30 to reveal the team. What the hell is Twitter Spaces? So the team probably has been revealed. I just don't know it. What is Twitter Spaces? Is that different to normal Twitter? I'm such a Luddite. Who's got the England team then? Come on. Someone surely got it. Mason Mount returns. Sancho starts. England go to a back four in Rome. Trippier and Saka out, says Gabriel Clark, who I believe is ITV, is he? I think he is. Sounds fairly reliable. In comes the cross for the Czechs. Oh, vast poor header. Yankto, back post. Yankto. Oh, and it's cleared away by Care. Big opening there. Goodness me. It's a Twitter for those who have plenty of space between the ears. Sounds like me. Yankto crosses to the back post. There he goes. So we're expecting then a 4-2-3-1 with Mount and Sancho in it. We'll find out how reliable that is as we go. So no Trippier, no Saka. That also means no Foden, no Grealish. The latter will drive some people insane. So I'm guessing that's Walker right back, Pickford in goal, obviously, Maguire and Stones, Shaw, Rice and Phillips, and then the three off the front will be Mount as the 10, Sancho right, and Sterling left with Kane up top, if what we're hearing is correct. Sounds good to me. Now, UEFA app doesn't have lineup. Yeah, we're going on leaks here, aren't we? But the team sounds nice, and hopefully those people who get particularly vexed by a particular formation will be happier with that one, because it's not the formation that seems to wind them up. Although I'm sure people will still obsess about those who aren't starting despite no goals conceded and 3 wins out of 4. But what are you going to do, hey? 73:40 on the clock. In comes a free kick from the Czechs. Oh, how close was that? It was crossed into the back post. CZECH was arriving with the Terry Butcher bandage. I think Schmeichel just tips it away from him. Oh, that's great goalkeeping by Schmeichel. Brilliant stuff. Yankto crosses in, looking for Kremenchik. And the Danes are only 16 minutes away now, plus stoppage time, from winning this one. The Czechs need a second wind. How they started the second half, honestly. In comes the cross, nodded down, and that's going to go all the way through. Great bit of goalkeeping there by Kasper Schmeichel. CZECH just has to let that hit him on the head, and it's in the net. But it's just tipped away from him. We're 75 minutes up now. And as things stand, the Danes are going through to the semi-final. They lead 2-1. Here is Brabeck. Knocks it back home to Vashlik, who's going to have to go long for the Czechs down the ground. CZECH's pushing up quite high now from his central midfield position. Imagine that, a central midfielder running over the halfway line. Hey, many times during a game, like they tend to do anyway. Let me not get onto that subject again. Mate Vidra is coming on. Another Czech is ready to go. I didn't quite see who it was. Barak knocks it into Callas. Nice sidestep by Callas. Beats Poulsen. CZECH up the line. Sufal. Big one. Looking for Kremenchik. Good defending by Christensen. Just head it, kick it. Head it, kick it. And do we have the team? I think we had the correct team from what you guys are saying in the chat. New tweet from England. Yes. There we go. So, Pickford in goal, a back four, Walker, Shaw, Maguire and Stones. The double pivot is Phillips and Rice. Sancho right, Sterling left, Mount 10, and Kane up top. Hopefully, England fans will be able to get behind that and not obsess completely about players who are not in the 11. It's tournament football. We have a squad of 23. 12 players will not be playing. And hopefully, do you remember before the third group game against the Czech, the whole outrage narrative was around Jadon Sancho. He starts. So Sancho starts. So hopefully those people will be happy about that. But if they are the joyless joy sponges that I think they are, they won't be all driven shot by Poulsen, and it's pushed away. Good effort that by Poulsen. It's going in the corner. It's nice and close to Vashlik, but he hits it hard, doesn't he? And Vashlik has to quickly push that one away. Decent save. Agree with you guys in the chat there. Vass with the corner. In it comes. Headed away by Callas, I think. Højbjerg is attempting to play the ball back down the line. And here comes Derrida and Vidra. So it's going to be a very attacking-looking Czech Republic. And very surprisingly, Patrick Schick is off. Schick has been substituted. He is their top scorer, but they are trusting Mate Vidra. Schick has come off feeling his right thigh, hamstring. Vidra is on. Sevchik's off as well, and Derrida is on. Derrida's played central when we've seen him. He's played in the number 10 spot, actually, hasn't he? So we'll see where he heads. But no Patrick Schick on the pitch now. End of a great tournament for Schick. It might be. It might just be. CZECH hits the shot. Everyone appeals for a corner. And the linesman gives a goal kick. CZECH's got blood pouring down the back of his neck. It really is a proper Terry Butcher bandage wound now, isn't it? Cleared away by Schmeichel. There's a foul being given, a weak one there. I think it was Borrell. So if you didn't hear it, England back to a back four. Pickford in goal. We're going to get a couple of dearly departed players. One from last season, Anderson, who played for Fulham, comes on for Christensen. And one for this season, Mathias Jensen is coming on. We're going to have two Brentford players on the pitch here. Delaney, the first goal scorer, comes on. Jensen in for Delaney. Sorry, the England team. Pickford in goal. Walker, right back. Shaw, left back. Stones, right centre-back. Maguire, left centre-back. Double pivot is Rice and Phillips. Front right, Sancho, front left. Sterling, the main man, scoring all the goals, or 3 of the 4. And at 10, Mason Mount makes a return. Southgate loves Mount. Harry Kane up top. Oh, that's fed through Paulson. Here is a huge chance for Marler. And, if the Danes don't go through in 90 minutes now, they are ruining that missed chance, aren't they? Goodness me. Paulson through. It's a massive chance for Marler. He should score, shouldn't he? Opens up his body. It's good goalkeeping, actually. Tries to sweep it in on the near post, and Vashlik saves it with the right foot. They've had chances to win this, haven't they? Or to certainly be more comfortable than they are at the moment. They are leading 2-1, though, the Danes. Here comes Jensen, takes the corner. Vashlik came. And was he fouled? Looked like it. What did the referee say? They normally get decisions like that, the keeper, whether it's a foul or not. Yeah, surely they gave a foul for that, didn't they? Anderson just over the top of Vashlik. And what's going on here now? Borrell is down. I don't know what's wrong with him. Where is Borrell? Number 18. He just gets the tail end of Anderson's arm. I think he's reasonably jumping for the ball for that not to be a problem for him. Painful. But yeah, Dave sums it up. Loose elbow, basically. Agreed with that. But are they going to have 2 Terry Butchers now? They're going to run out of bandages, the Czech team here, the Czech doctors. Going to have a second player with a bandaged head. They have been in the wars. Vidra tries to chase through, and a very ostentatious up you get. Kremenchik is booked for dissent. He gets in referee Kuiper's face. He's still eyeballing him now. It's a foul in English from Kremenchik. Vidra probably looking for that one, isn't he? No, it's not a foul at all, is it? Czechs, a team of butchers. Hey, you could do a lot worse, couldn't you? The great Terry Butcher. What a guy. Schmeichel is waving his team up. By the way, 84 on the clock. The Danes are super, super close to the semi-final, where they will meet either England or the Ukraine. Here's Norgard. Norgard tries to feed that one down the line. Marler, nice little step inside. Oh, sorry, Sufal, sorry. Wrong way, Ben. Deary me. Borrell just hoofs that one forward to his bandage-wearing partner. And Souček has been penalised for a foul on Marler. There we go. That is the correct number 5. Shove in the back from Souček, and Marler hits the deck and wins the foul. By the way, guys, hit like in the stream. Hit the thumbs up button, whichever platform you're watching on. Takes you just a second, but really helps drive people to our stream as we go up to 17,735 subscribers, which is wonderful news. Makes me happy. Vasco's in for the header, goes down, nothing given. And can the Czechs get a meaningful counter? Kremenchik lays it off. Down the middle, looking for Vidra or Yankto. Vidra tries to bring it down. Swept up by Kier, who's the spare centre-back in the middle there. And, God, Norgard gets absolutely clattered there by Thomas Callas. Deary me. Callas gets the yellow card. I'm not laughing. I hope Norgard is okay. It was just quite an industrial challenge by Callas. Oh, God. Absolutely wipes him out. And let's just say deserving of the yellow card he gets. Ouch. We're just seeing a replay of Vidra trying to pull the ball out of the sky. It was Poulsen who was back, marking him. Dane before ball. Thomas, my word. He'd have got applauded for that 20 years ago, that tackle. Or maybe 30 years ago. Learn that from Pearson. Thank you, Jay. We've got a Ukraine 11 here. Bushan, Zabanyi, Kristov, Matvienko, Karavayev, Sidorchik, Shaparenko, Zinchenko, Mikolenko, Yarmolenko, and Yaremchuk. We're expecting a back three from the Ukraine. We're expecting a 3-5-2. If all my research is correct. Hey, I expected a back three from the English, though, but a little trickier to predict, Gareth. But that's a good thing, I think. Switch of play by Soufal to Borrell. 87 gone. Don't know how much stoppage time there's going to be. Let me know how many minutes you think stoppage time there's going to be. It's not going to be massive, is it? Time is running out, whichever way you slice it for the Czechs who do not have Patrick Schick on the pitch. Big call by Silharvey, although he was holding his hamstring as he went off. Clipped in. Souček flicks on, headed away. And the Danes, can they get it clear with Vas? Yes, they can. Look at these troublemakers in here. They want extra time. 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. We're going to find out in 2 minutes. Here is Barak. The Czechs have got to go Hail Mary on this one now, haven't they? In comes the cross from Borrell. Big header clear by Kjær, who's enjoying his spare centre-half headed kick-it job here, isn't he? Yankto gets it back. Soufal miscontrols. Poulsen round the corner. Poulsen gets caught. They prefer the foul than the advantage here, I think. But the advantage is what they get. And Braithwaite plays it to Højbjerg. A nice turn by Braithwaite. Beats Souček. And here is Højbjerg. He's in the corner. Tries a little scoop over the top. Braithwaite with probably the worst dive of the game so far. No, it's not a penalty. Play on. I think he's trying to rekindle the arm in the back yesterday. Who was it yesterday? Against Belgium, it was Di Lorenzo on Doku, was it? Much more of a shove in the back yesterday. And that was barely a shove in the back yesterday, wasn't it? Goodness me. Stop it with your 30 minutes more. Not having it. Cross deflected. Is that going to go for a corner? Vidra will try and make sure it does. Vas gets a head on it. Vidra knocked back. Borrell, Yankto. Barak cuts inside. Good crossing position. Barak goes to the far post. Soufal, can he win it? Gets a foot on it. Poulsen's done a hell of a lot of defending considering he came on to play number 9, didn't he? Here's Callas. Comes across and wins that. Plays it to Brabec. And here comes the 90-minute mark. 6 minutes of stoppage time. We're going to play 6 minutes. The Czechs have 6 minutes to get on the score sheet, or they're going home. If the Danes can shut them out, they go to the semi-final. Souček, nice ball out wide. Cool and calm from the man with the bandage around his head. It's knocked into Derrida. Derrida pops the cross in. It's headed. I think it comes off the back of the head of one of the Czech players. And the Danes are able to play their way out. Oh, nice and calm from Braithwaite and Norgard. Højbjerg, Vestergaard, and they've played that really well. The Denmark, and down goes. 1 down, 5 to go. Down goes the down goes the Bandage twins. The Terry Butcher Bandage twins. Braithwaite knocks it out to Vass. And Denmark have the ball. The Czechs can't score a goal if they don't have the ball. Unless we get a Spanish-type ridiculous own goal that we got in the game against Croatia. They've won it back, though. Here's Vidra. Vidra comes inside. Jensen getting a bit handsy with him, but doesn't foul him. Really poor ball by Vidra. Easy header clear by Paulson. Not very far. Brabec grabs it. Here is Sufal. Comes inside. Tries to arrow that in. Looking for Kremenchik. Nothing doing. That's a good idea, Eugene. Man of the matches, please, in the chat. Man of the matches. Shaley put the dinner in the oven. Stop it. Never again. 92, go on. Get your man of the match shouts out down there in the chat. Brabec, Yankto launches it across. Borrow wins the header down. Kremenchik spins. Horrible shot by Kremenchik way over the bar. And that shot was hit at 2:25. And we've all watched Injury Time before. Can you kill 30 seconds? By taking a goal kick? I think they can. Who are your man of the matches? Braithwaite from a Middlesbrough fan. Callas from a Bristol City fan. Delaney, Schmeichel, Marler mainly for that cross. Delaney. Nice. Fair mix there. All Danish. Apart from Callas. Yeah. .317 on the clock. Throw in to the Danes. Here is Vass outside the box. Crosses it in. Headed away by Brabec. And Højbjerg lets it go out from a throw-in. From a throw-in. For a throw-in. And plays to the gallery there. Plenty of Danes in the crowd over on that side. Sufal has won it back. They got 2 minutes now, the Czechs. At least a couple of attacking phases if they can keep the ball. Knocked through. And here, I think you doth protest too much. I suggested nothing. I merely pointed out you're a Bristol City fan and you chose a Bristol City player. If you're feeling guilty about something, of course, that's on you, my friend. But no imputation of that from me whatsoever. Here is Yankto. Yankto coming down the right, cuts inside on the left foot, back outside. 4:45 of 6 minutes minimum stoppage time. In comes the cross. Brabec is up, playing up top, the one centre half there. Callas back on his own. Borrell sticks it in the box. Big header by Kjær. The volley comes in. It's not a bad effort by Barak, but it is wide. And I think that's that, isn't it? 5:10 on the clock, 30 seconds for the goal kick. Get it up the pitch. Can you win the ball fairly quickly after you've done that? Game over if you do. Goodness me. Czech Republic 1, Denmark 2. Schmeichel spots the ball. And he's going to kick this as far as he can. Fairly simplistic task. It's going to swing out of play. 13 seconds minimum stoppage time. yet. And I don't think we're going to get much over the 6 minutes. It's flowed fairly smoothly, stoppage time. All eyes on the referee. And there is the final whistle. And it is a big congratulations to the Danes. They have done it again. They lost their first 2 games in this tournament in odd and emotional circumstances to Finland and got Kevin De Bruyne to Belgium. But since then, 3 wins on the bounce means they are in the semi-finals and they will play England or the Ukraine. They've beaten the Czechs 2-1 today. Thomas Delaney heads in from a set play and then a lovely second goal outside of the foot cross from Mahler, finished off by Dolberg. The Czechs looked really impressive at the start of the second half. They got a goal back in the, let me give you the number, 49th minute. The main man, Patrick Schick, got his 5th of the tournament. He now ties Cristiano Ronaldo in golden boot terms with 5 goals. But the Danes saw it out. It was Czech Republic 1, Denmark 2. I'm not going to say any more because we are going to be back at 7:45 because it's England time. England will be playing in Rome against the Ukraines. So let's get behind that from Amanda. Now feeling nervous. Come on, England. Commiserations, Czech Republic. Denmark are in the semi-finals. And if we bring up these brackets, dare I say, whoever wins out of the Ukraine and England will play Denmark in the final. It's now down to 5 for Euro 2020. The winner will be either Italy, Spain, Denmark, Ukraine, or England will be winning Euro 2020. They've got to get to the semi-finals first, but we are down to 5. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Hit like before you go. Hit subscribe, and we will be back in about 47 minutes. We know the team. Let's get this done, Gareth. England versus Ukraine. Ukraine versus England coming up. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And it's a big over and out from me. And one more time, congratulations to Denmark, who are in the semis. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.